We've had stellar tax collections. We've got great feedback from industry. What do you think would industry's key asks been? Our survey has given different suggestions, but in your lens, let's stick to two suggestions, Pramod. I'm keen to hear your thoughts.
So GST again, going by the responses that industry has given, it's heartening to note the voluntarily acceptance and voluntary compliances, the rate at which these are going up. It's heartening to note that. Now, what we need to look at in terms of go forward suggestions or the initiatives that the government can look at, a lot gets talked about and a lot has been done on improving the ease of doing business in India. In addition, if we can start looking at improving the cost of doing business in India, and if that also start getting some attention, some focus, it can be a big milestone for the MSME sector also and for the large players. And two specific suggestions I would like to make here. We need to live to the true expectation or true concept of GST by making the credits seamless and without any restrictions. So this whole concept of blocking of credits under section 17.3 and 17.5, if that can be relooked at to remove the restrictions, it can bring down the cost quite significantly. Right. And the other aspect of, a huge amount of working capital gets stuck with the government, and which the money is sitting with the government interest free, while the industry and the MSME sector in particular keeps on struggling to get that money. If those things could be looked at, that could be another big game changers.
It's interesting you say that, because 77% of our participants talk about working capital liquidity and liquidation to be a focus area, and 68% talk about ITC restrictions withdrawal. Do you have any thoughts on what could be done, especially on the working capital liquidation, because ITC restriction is a binary, but still your thoughts on what we could expect or what we can work with the government to understand and implement? And I'll then come to you, Mr. Nagendra Kumar, to understand is that feasible or not. So over to you first.
So while a lot can be done on improving the working capital situation, but maybe two low-hanging fruits which straight away can be looked at. And again, these are not new concepts. They were already existing under the service tax laws also. So today this CGST, the credits of CGST have to be tracked state by state. And the laws do not allow us to transfer the credits from one state to another. So this is something which was there under the service tax laws even before GST came in. But fortunately or unfortunately, the somewhere got diluted when GST came in. So if that could be revived and the industry could be allowed to transfer credits from one state to another. And the second aspect of the reverse charge mechanism. So world over, the reverse charge can be paid through credits. It does not need to be compulsorily paid in cash. If reverse charge taxes can also be allowed to be paid through credits, that could be another small step, but having a big impact in improving the working capital situation for the industry. And there can be many more, but let's start with the two small ones.
Mr. Kumar, your thoughts?
We are administering GST in India at a sub-nation level. So therefore, the businesses necessarily will have to take an identity and meet the compliances state-wise. Much desired option could be to look at a group identity going forward and look at how the group identities could comply with the GST seamlessly across the tax jurisdiction. Not only from the point of view of compliances, but also going forward in terms of administering the taxes, where the tax administration could also be taken to the next level of comfort to the taxpayers if group identity is given, where coordinated verification in terms of scrutiny, assessment, audit, etc. could be done.